everyone, I'm Jitender Dahiya. I welcome you to Read My Story, where I interview authors, speakers, coaches, celebrities, entrepreneurs, and more. Today I have with me Miss Preeti Singh. She is an accomplished consultant with over 15 years of experience and has impacted more than 1,500 learners through her experiential workshops. She has been instrumental in diversity and inclusion initiatives in organizations and conducted a sanitization program for promoting inclusivity as a thought process and value in the organization. She is a certified for designing equal opportunity policies, which cover designing physical, emotional, and social safe spaces for individuals with special and diverse needs in an organization. She has been deeply involved in building an NGO that works in exploring employment opportunities for youth adults with specific needs. She is well versed in the training process, which includes training need analysis, content designing, customization, and facilitation. Today, she will be discussing with us about her life journey. So let us hear from her. Welcome, Preeti ji. The platform is open, and now over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me such a wonderful welcome on your platform. You have introduced me absolutely the way a professional is introduced. Um, but I would like to introduce myself by just adding a little bit. I
Yeah,
am
sure.
it is been already introduced, but what brings in makes me the real me is that I'm a mother to 23-year-old special young adult who has actually made me who I am. So I'm a
Wonderful.
woman with the power of resilience, a very keen
Great.
learner. And Angad is my real teacher. He's my 23-year-old son, and he's my real teacher. And I'm also a mother to 20-year-old daughter who actually has got that spirit in me that let's face it, let's do it. We are together in it. So this is another kind of introduction that I am very happy to introduce also, other than being a professional as a coach or as a mentor or whatever you want to say. Thank you so much, and of course this journey has been very interesting. My journey of going up and down has been really nice, but still the mindfulness is always with me, and the power of resilience is what I live. Thank you.
Wonderful. This is so amazing. And I must compliment you. You don't look like you have grown up son and daughter of that
Yes,
age. You look quite younger than your age, definitely. So
they keep me. They absolutely keep me young.
that's
So
so
I
wonderful.
have it over to them that they are the ones who have kept me like this.
Wonderful. So amazing. So if I talk about your past life, how it has affected you to become what you wanted to be in your life and what you are.
Um, so my the way I just mentioned that my life has been a roller coaster ride. So
Right.
if I professionally, Jitender, I have been HR professional. I studied and I was an aspiring individual who just wanted to be a corporate personal with a lot of understanding and learning and making difference. But everything just came down because God had some other plans and He wanted me to be a very special mother. So Angad was introduced in my life. There
Right.
is when my real journey started. So going back to my past life is like I haven't been able to do things the way I aspired to. Um, but yes, the learning has been huge. There
Right.
has been
Right.
so much of wide open and wide open eyed view that even I didn't know that what is suffering in life till the
Correct.
time I am in that space.
Right.
So कभी कभी ये होता है, you think of something but the God has got different plans. Nevertheless, he always, carved the way,
Right.
carved the way for an individual, the way he designs, and I'm happy about it. Because अगर मैं वो जिंदगी नहीं देखती, तो आज जो मैं हूँ, वो मैं शायद नहीं होती.
Definitely, you get one of the best opportunities when you lose one. But the only
Yes,
thing is you have to look at that opportunity and work on that.
yes, and opportunity is something I believe in it. So
Right.
every moment is an opportunity. God gives us that every little dot is also an opportunity. हमें वो देखनी आनी चाहिए.
Correct.
We miss those dots at times. I have missed so many times, and then I sit and repent, but it's okay. I think let's not repent in life and try to look for
Let's
more
move
opportunities.
ahead. Yeah, and look for the better ones.
Yes, absolutely, and that is what has given me the power of understanding now at this stage when I am almost heading towards my 50th. I'm like, this can't be the end to it. This
Right.
can be a beginning as well, and my personal journey has given me that I am going to make myself what I desire to from now onwards. Why not?
Wonderful. Nice thought.
Why?
Really amazing. So, if I talk about your passion in life, what would be the things you are passionate about?
So I have been passionate about so many things. Even if I go back to my journey and my past life, the way you mentioned, so I've been very passionate towards. I mean, forever, everybody is very passionate about something, but my passion took me to be a fitness trainer.
Okay.
So for years together, there was another wonderful person who just recognized my abilities. I used to go for my aerobic classes like any individual because I wanted to let loose. I was going through so much, and because of anger, that I just wanted to let loose. And वो एक घंटा मेरे लिए था. So
Correct.
somebody recognized that passion in me, and she goes that you can be a trainer. You're so good at it. You just pick it up. Why can't you
Right.
be that? Because I took her words. I became a fitness trainer. So for good 15 years, I was in this industry. I was a well-known fitness trainer. Trained so many people. Did so many flash mobs. I did everything that was possible during the time that I could steal out from Angad.
Right.
So
right.
that was my biggest passion. जहाँ पे मतलब I used to just leave everything behind and I would be synced into what I loved it. But now, again, a lot of learning from that side. Now I have taken it into diversity and inclusion.
Right.
So this is the work which again is very close to my heart. In this space, I have been actually in this space from last 4 years. So diversity is something we all live together. It's not that we are
Correct.
living. We all are in that diverse environment. It's just that I've started to recognize now, and that's what I'm bringing in other people. That let's recognize what is the diversity actually, and then
Correct.
bring in inclusion. How can we include others in that, in this space? So
Right.
very close. I worked for 4 years. I had been into my fitness training, then as my mind, body, soul as a coach, and then came in my beautiful chapter in life, that is working in the space of disability.
Okay.
And when I was in for 4 years, I was working in this space. That is when I recognized what is DNI, that is diversity.
Right. Right.
So, and I'm passionate about making difference in this marginalized society. I just don't want to restrict myself in the neurodiverse sector, but taking it into other broad spectrum as well.
Correct.
So I'm passionate about DNI now.
Wonderful. So, if I talk about your work and experience, like how you started your career, what all you did in your life, and what you are doing now.
So, as I mentioned, the biggest thing that whenever I talk to somebody is the globe. The globe is not only common for a person who is with no disability or with no gender, or I mean, if we see the world around us, it is common. The globe is common for everybody.
Right.
Not
Right.
only limited. So that's how I have accepted the way the life has gone past me, as well I'm making others accept it.
Correct.
So the work that I have been doing is a very holistic work. It is all about well-being of an individual, whoever is on this globe. Every
Right.
living, हम लोग एक पौधा होता है, पौधा भी हम उसको एक्सेप्ट करते हैं अपनी लाइफ में,
Correct.
तो ही वो पौधा भी ब्लूम करता है.
Right.
So this is, in a way, this is what it is that I bring in the individual. I want to include every individual and let's bloom it together.
Correct.
So the way to introduce, I have been working with people. I've been associated with about 1,500 lives that I must have touched, doing my, through my mind, body, soul coaching. And what I actually have always mentioned is that how to live healthy.
Right. Right.
My entrepreneur journey has actually given me an understanding of the power of resilience.
Right.
It's not how to not give up the dreams, and that's how I've been encouraging my participants also. That
Correct.
don't give up your dreams. Let's build those dreams and make it reality.
Right.
And and when I'm working on the sanitization programs, so I always feel that the top is required, and that from top to bottom is when we can make the difference. It's not
Right. Right.
words. The main people have to be sensitized, and that's how it will travel. And it leads to a lot of productivity.
Correct.
So, answering your question, my passion is diversity and inclusion, and I'm working hardcore into it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So if I talk about your vision, mission, and goal for next maybe 5 to 10 years, what would that be?
So again, I would my main vision and my main mission is the same: inclusion. So they are all rhyming: vision, mission, inclusion. So तीनों की rhyme कर रहे हैं. So it is all about building the productive life of acceptance and inclusion.
Correct.
All about helping the society to align with different interests, with different diverse nature, and build in the society which is people-centered.
Correct.
It is very important. And then we have to also learn how to find avenues for the continued professional developments. And we need to shake the grassroots. We need to stir that grassroots movement. I really want to move that part.
Correct.
And build a society which has a lot of tolerance. हमारे में tolerance की बहुत कमी है.
Like we have seen these years, it is getting really low.
It is. So this can be a part of this is a part of my vision and mission, to build a lot of tolerance and people-centric and acceptance. So these are the key words that I will put in for my vision and mission and inclusion.
So if we talk about inclusion, how can people or as an individual we can put things all together so that we can be more focused, more aligned, be more proactive towards these things?
So when I talk about inclusion, I'll give you an example of my son. Not to go far off, but about my son who is 23. Imagine कीजिए वो 23-year-old लड़का अगर आपके पास इतना बड़ा लड़का कोई भी रोए, आंसू बहाए.
Right.
So I have seen that part with Angal. Like, he comes up and he cries that we live in a society.
Right.
And the child is very passionate about football. He loves this game. And he comes up and he says that I don't get included in any of the teams.
Correct.
Why don't people want to talk to me? So inclusion वही नहीं है. और कईयों के साथ मैंने काम किया है. So I have heard stories where the inclusion is not there in the core. That is the family.
Correct.
Families में inclusion नहीं है. तो जब families में inclusion नहीं है तो आप society को कैसे करोगे? So the first thing begins is from the core. That is the family.
Right.
Inclusion has happen there, and that's how we will spread it around us and then build a society with a lot of tolerance and acceptance,
Right. That is really important.
which is very important. I mean, हम जाके ज्ञान किसी को भी दे सकते हैं, और उस
Hmm.
मोमेंट में ना लोग क्या करते हैं, जितेंद्र, they will be sympathy
हाँ.
with the words called बेचारा.
Correct. Correct.
उसको नहीं चाहिए, उसको inclusion चाहिए. He wants to be part of what he is, what he is capable of.
Yes.
So
That is really important, and people should understand these things.
which they don't. So inclusion comes in from the core, and that's how we spread it in the society. And that's where, when the society acknowledges, then the world opens for the employment. They also
Right.
have open right to live with dignity.
Yes.
So I'm just talking about the disability part, but diversity में तो बहुत कुछ आता है.
True.
So it is all about building a very accepting and tolerant society.
Right. So if I talk about the most important life lessons you have learned from your personal and professional life, what are those 2 to 3 learnings would be?
Okay, so this is a very interesting question, because मेरी तो हर रोज की ही कुछ ना कुछ learning है, हर रोज का.
Definitely, that is there.
So there are few days when I'm a warrior. There are few days when I'm in a broken mess. Most days are like balancing, having both of these.
Correct.
So it is falling, standing, fighting, trying, just building. Again, building the blocks. So
Right.
this is learning. My experiences, they are my learning.
Mhm.
So we, as individuals, our journey is not smooth for everybody. We all have stumbled upon the roadblocks. And
Right.
जो roadblocks होते हैं, वो या तो situation के roadblocks होते हैं, हमारे environment वो roadblocks देते हैं, और वो environment और situation में कौन है? They are the people.
Definitely.
So they are the roadblocks, and the lesson learned is that face them, talk to them, get the feedback, and that feedback is my learning.
Right.
So that gives me the biggest lesson. So it is by virtue which benefits like a communication between the giver and the receiver.
Yes.
So that gives me a lot of experience and my lessons that I learned.
Right.
And also somehow with my past experience, I have learned that not to carry grudges against each other.
Correct.
There's no point in carrying that weight, because वो किसी को फायदा नहीं आएगा, ना वो आपको आएगा ना मुझे आएगा. So let's not carry any grudges. So these are few
Right.
lessons that I'm carrying in my life.
Correct, because that will be an unnecessary burden on yourself too.
And if we are here to make some kind of difference in life, Jitender, that has to be visible.
Right.
अगर हम
Right.
बैठ जाएंगे तो, and give that independence and space for everybody to do what they want to.
Correct.
So these are my chota understandings and learnings of my life.
Right. So Preeti ji, it is really wonderful to know about your life lessons. If I talk about more how you are upgrading yourself or how you are getting inspiration to improve your life lessons, what are those things?
So Jitender, there has been a very interesting, my go-to book.
Okay.
That go-to book is nothing to do with my any education qualification. It's nothing to do with that. But the book
Right.
is called as, in fact, I'll recommend you also, in case you can ever, get your hands on it. It's called as Unstoppable Letters,
Right.
and it is by T.T. Rangarajan.
Okay.
Those words, when I read, they leave so much of impact in me. It just stirs my internal spirit. It gives me the power and the drive towards my passion. And so I read that any it was so wonderful. हम normally बोलते हैं कि distraction की हम बातें करते हैं, एकदम से alert होके बैठो, distractions नहीं होनी चाहिए. So according to him, he says that any attraction needs a distraction.
Correct.
Because
Agree with that.
because without breaks we will not be able to do any kind of work. We need
Correct.
those little breaks in life.
Correct.
And those breaks are distractions. अगर हम एक ही चीज को करते रहेंगे, ठीक है, करते रहना is very important, but कहीं ना कहीं उनमें हमारे को छोटे ब्रेक्स चाहिए होते हैं.
We kind of get stagnant on those things now, then we feel like we are not moving ahead, we are not growing in life.
And that is how it becomes so monotonous. And
Correct.
probably, that's the reason that the upskilling comes in.
Yeah.
So that book has given me the understanding, stirs my spirit, and given me an awakening that keep upskilling yourself.
Definitely.
Let those distractions come in.
Correct. Because that are the trigger points that you need to get into a new kind of an maybe learning, or maybe course you should attend, or maybe you should get into a different kind of experience altogether. So that is kind of like things interview you to get into a new kind of activity.
Absolutely. So, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion is the need of the hour now.
Right.
It is important professionally, personally, har tarah se this is very important. It is all about bringing in the change.
Yes.
And it's all about leading to more diverse and equal, inclusive nature.
Correct.
Every society, every workplace, it's built with different kind of people. We won't find people only of our kinds. We'll have people up and down from different social backgrounds.
Right.
Including, and it is not only about that, it is including people with different age. अब सारे मेरी age के नहीं होंगे, में से छोटे बड़े हर तरह के होंगे. New join here. So different ages, different race, different ethics के साथ आते हैं. Disability भी है part of it.
Right.
And
cultural,
yes, religion. So it is very, all of this has really impacted and intrigued me so much. And that all has also built in me that I have to keep upgrading myself.
Definitely.
I just cannot, with my experience, but वो ही sensitize करती रहूंगी. Without an upgradation, आगे नहीं बढ़ पाऊंगी.
Correct.
So उसके लिए मैंने बहुत different तरह की पढ़ाइयाँ करी हैं. So I have been doing courses. I have been upgrading myself. Recently, I have upgraded myself in making the EOPs. EOP is the Equal Opportunity Policy.
Right.
So I don't know whether you have heard of this or not, but every organization has to write this now.
Definitely.
Because आजकल का जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी की हम बात करते हैं या इक्वालिटी की बात करते हैं, लेकिन वो जेंडर इक्वालिटी के लिए भी वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर सम पॉलिसीज.
Correct. I was like thinking on this topic few days back. Fortunately, we got an opportunity to talk on this topic today. So I'd like to know more about this, like why, first thing is why organizations should work on designing EOPs, like equal opportunity policies, and why they should implement in their organization. First thing is we should understand this why.
Right. So this is something, the way I said, कि हमारा, we are not just having one kind of people who are coming to the workplace. I mean, जब शादी भी लोग दो different तरह की families जुड़ती हैं. So it's a similar way. In every workplace also, we are all from different backgrounds. Right. And a workplace needs a very healthy environment. This is the policy that makes it's a pillar. It's like a pillar of building on that healthy environment.
Correct.
And healthy environment, it leads to the productive workplace.
Right.
So it is a chain reaction. And we all want to feel supported, valued. घरों में देख लो हमें कितना support चाहिए होता है, value system चाहिए.
Definitely.
And thus we all need that kind of respect as an individual. and we
Yes.
need to be considered. So
Right.
equal opportunity policy ये सारी चीजों को माइंड में रख के बनता है.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it involves the employers, it involves the employees, it also involves the job description.
Yes.
अब इसके साथ if I'll be saying कि visitors भी जो लोग आपके साथ associate होते हैं वो लोग भी आपकी जर्नी के हिस्से हैं.
Correct.
So this equal opportunity policy is for everybody. It's
Right.
like it's not only for fair. Treat them like it is like only for the fair people. No, it isn't like that.
Correct.
We talk so much about unconscious or conscious biases these days.
Right. Right.
There is so much of conversations that is happening, and ये सारी जो conversations हैं इनको हम एक policy में डालते हैं. Keeping age, sex, gender, nationality. In fact, globalized हैं आजकल हम. So keeping the
Right.
nationality in mind as well. And medical histories. When we are talking about equal opportunity policy, अब किसी को cognitively बहुत high है लेकिन having a cerebral palsy or have got a muscular dystrophy and cannot physically step out of the home and work, but
Right.
he needs an opportunity.
Correct.
They have the right to live life with dignity.
Definitely.
And आजकल क्या होता है कभी कभी जेंडर में सैलरी का भी इतना डिफरेंस आ जाता है.
हाँ.
You know, फीमेल है तो उसको कम सैलरी करो या मेल है तो उसको आगे बढ़ाओ. फीमेल में हैव मोर बैगेजेस दैट शी हैज टू कैरी, घर का भी देखना है. और जो मैन है ही इज द ब्रेड अर्नर, तो ये गलत है.
Right. And if I share one thing here, when a woman goes for an interview, if she is married, recently married, the first question they would ask from that women would be, how soon you are planning to have a baby? This is kind of question they ask, but they never ask these kind of questions from a recently married man.
करेक्ट. बिकॉज उनको है कि ये फॉर ग्रांटेड है कि उसने तो कहीं जाना ही नहीं है ना.
True.
जो there is so much of so much of bias at times that I see that reflects the kind of organization he or she is in.
Right.
So hiring के टाइम पे ऐसी बातें होती हैं, the way you said. तो कई सारी evaluating, promotion evaluation के टाइम पे भी ये सब बातें होती हैं.
हाँ. Right. Right.
And then when they are giving some kind of compensations या benefits, उस टाइम भी ये सब बातें होती हैं.
हाँ.
But one, to your
True.
point, all these questions come and sits in this policy, EOP. So they are all designed in such a way, the policy is designed in such a way that there is no disparity anywhere. HR department is very responsible for all this.
But if we see in this thing like HR in Indian context, the HR is not that strong in Indian organization. These policies which are framed does not hold that much of an impact if I personally talk about these things.
Yeah, they are not, because
Right.
abhi we are still building nation. Changes आ रही हैं, ऐसा नहीं है, acceptance आ रहा है, but हमारा बहुत slow चल रहा है.
Correct, correct.
Equal opportunity policies अगर ऐसा हम देखें तो ये if I see ये 5 साल पहले की ही बातें होंगी, लेकिन
Right.
हाँ ये हो गई हैं.
हाँ. Like
Very
people
simple.
have started talking about these things. This is really important.
Yes, people have started to talk about it. The organizations are asking for it.
Right.
They
right.
are trying to make some kind of accommodations, like some structural changes for the people with disability.
Yes.
Then they have started to also build in the sign languages. अभी अगर आप देखोगे कई interviews होती हैं तो sign languages introduce हो गए हैं.
Right, right.
These policies also have a lot of flexibility of working hours. It's not that अगर वो female है so she cannot. अभी क्या हुआ? अभी because of COVID सबको वो flexibility मिली है.
हाँ, true. Work from home.
सबको work from home. सबको वो मिली है. The parental leave के बारे में हम बात करते हैं.
Yes.
So then these policies also talk about how to evaluate the job related evaluations जो होती हैं.
Right.
And then how to communicate. Communication is very important. What kind of language to use. जहाँ पे हम posh की बात करते हैं.
Yeah.
Posh is an important part of our diversity now.
Right. Right.
And then people are very scared of bringing in that kind of कि grievances. मैंने अगर बोल दिया आवाज उठा दी. Whereas that confidence is given in that policy that आवाज उठा सकते.
Yes.
Don't worry. So these are the things. These are the things that are making differences. Slow है लेकिन है.
Right. So if I talk about if I talk about how organization and people get benefit by implementing these policies, what those benefits would be?
Number one, equality आता है. The way I said, growth is important for everybody.
Right.
Common है, सबके लिए है. अगर वो सबके लिए है तो एक जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी भी है, सबके लिए होनी चाहिए.
Correct.
सबको हक है to live life with dignity. It's not only meant for you or for me.
Yes.
So if we have these policies in place, it makes life very easy.
Right.
When you have people working in your organization, you have to be sensitized towards them.
Correct.
Very beautiful. I go to a dental clinic, which is very close to my house. I feel so good going there because I find a beautiful young lady of 62 years old smiling, welcoming and saying, "Hello, Preeti." Reception pe baithe. And I feel so good. And I always say, you make me smile. Okay, I have come for some dental treatment. मैं अपने बच्चों का करवा रही हूँ. But she gives me so much of happiness.
Right.
Her name is Jaiswal, and I feel so good to call her Mrs. Jaiswal, and it's so wonderful. This is what is breaking it.
Correct, because the kind of opportunities are not restricted towards age, caste, creed, religion, or whatever. Like, it should be equal for all. Anybody who is eligible should be there, should apply, should get the chance, opportunity. This is really important.
Very important. Very, very important. Like, a child going to a workplace with disability. What does he want? He wants somebody to acknowledge him, somebody to just, maybe अगर वो कोई smile भी कर देता है ना, वो उसके लिए वो दिन बन गया. आज मेरे को ना किसी ने smile.
Not only that, but everybody. Like, if somebody smiles at you and greet you, definitely that makes your day.
Yeah, it just makes your day. और कोई अगर ऐसे ही बोल दे, यार, you're looking very smart, वो तो और.
Definitely.
So it's a beautiful policy that we should be enjoying this policy. HR should build more on it.
Yeah, HR need to work on it. Really important. So if anybody from HR looking at it, you need to work on it, guys.
You really need to.
Yes. So if I talk about you, like as a person, are you an introvert or an extrovert now, or maybe you can talk about your early or later childhood as well. So how you manage to face people, or how you transform yourself?
My journey.
Yeah.
My total journey has transformed. I have been a very beach ka bacha, I wasn't very extrovert or an introvert. It was a very balanced. But yes, there were few incidences that would pull me down and not make me bloom in my school time. But wo bhi ek experience tha. So that time I became an introvert. Gradually is the in the process, when I picked my first job, my first employer gave me that push and the freedom. Go. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do, howsoever you want to do.
Right.
So that gave me a push that, okay, I'm ready to face the world. So I became extrovert. I mean, but still in a balanced way. But yes, my journey has been, Angad has been a teacher. He's a teacher. And of course, I got a lot of support from my parents. I got a lot of support, from they are the ones who actually took care of my emotional imbalance.
Right.
And मैंने भी बहुत गलतियां करी हैं. I made lot of mistakes, but all those mistakes have been my learning.
Correct.
बहुत मेरे को अपोज भी हुए हैं, and किसने अपोज किया है? Situations ने. They have pulled me down. They have always made me feel that the time is not right.
Correct.
But I have overcome those roadblocks.
Right.
And I have gone. So as a person, from an introvert to an extrovert to an introvert and now towards an extrovert, is giving me that space that okay, I can drive.
Yes, definitely. Kind of situation also sometimes make you introvert or an extrovert, and opportunities too, definitely. And kind of support and push from your close ones, maybe your family, your supervisors, bosses, teammates, colleagues, friends. Definitely, they all impact us. So please.
No, I said, they all have made difference in my life. My parents, my first employer,
Right.
books, movies. There's so many movies that have inspired me. That
Yes.
It's not only inspired me, it's inspired so many. Like recently I watched 83, such an inspirational values that I have picked from there.
Correct.
So everything is a support and a learning from somewhere.
So if we talk about support, who all were the biggest supporters of your life?
I would say my family. And when I say my family, of course, my immediate family comes in. So the majorly, I would like to say parents, because they really feel the pain that their daughter is going through, and they just wholeheartedly they are there.
Right.
My mother has been a very very important role to play in my life, because she's the one who gave me an understanding, a power where I can perform my duties very well.
Right.
She got guide. We did have our moments of our fights, but ultimately she's been my guide.
Great.
Then uncle himself, then of course my daughter pitched in a lot, because she kept my momentum going.
Right.
And hindsight is being my husband, who would, he would be working and he'll be doing and he'll be giving that space that okay, family has to be a smooth and go in a flow. There should be no stoppage.
Correct. Really wonderful. Because without support, things are little difficult, and supports make everything, like whatever hard situation may be, they make it an easy going task.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
So if I talk about inspiration and motivation, who are the people you look at for getting inspired or maybe motivated?
So the way I said, my family, my employers, my somebody that जिसने मेरे को fitness में recognize किया that she can do it. So she's the one. I would really get inspired by seeing her, how beautifully she moves the class.
Great.
So she's been an inspiration.
Right.
That how I can work till 156 BPM beats पे भी मैं काम कर सकती हूँ. So I have gone to that level just because she inspired me.
Right.
And I have seen while I'm in this DNI process, I have seen so many people working in this sector.
Great.
They have been, not naming only one person, because एक इंसान ने नहीं मेरे को inspired किया. The whole sector has inspired me.
Right.
And I'm working very closely towards the disability sector.
Right.
Inspiration, though, again I will give the inspiration has come from Angad, my son.
Definitely.
He's been my huge teacher.
Great.
वो शायद मेरे खाने के लिए आया, वो होता है ना पास्ट लाइफ रिग्रेशन हम कराते हैं, तो शायद मेरे खाने के लिए कुछ आया है. He's come to teach.
Awesome. So if I talk about your take on success, what do you think success should be like, or what do you feel like if it would have happened like this way, I would feel successful. What is your take on this?
So success is something not accidental. Success is something that comes with lot of hard work,
Right,
lot of learning, lot of perseverance. Then success में sacrifice भी आता है.
right,
Sacrifice के बिना तो success नहीं है.
correct.
Or success is something that we cannot say that now I'm successful and now I don't have to do anything. No. Successful
Right,
का कीड़ा लग जाता है ना तो आपको आगे 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 बढ़ने का मन करता है. So
correct.
according to success is all about perseverance, sacrifice, moving ahead, hard work, and keep the focus. जब तक हमारा वो actual focus नहीं आएगा on the goals. Focus has to be on the goals and not on the obstacles.
Right,
So success is built that way.
correct, correct. And like very fair point on that part. I really understand that way, and I also try to follow that way only. So if I talk about now we are moving on to the last question. So if we talk about any suggestions, guidance, any message you would like to make to our audience, what would that be? What you would like to give to our audience today?
So I would say that let's write our intentions. What are our intentions? एक पेपर पे हम लिख लेते हैं and then we work towards it. लिखने के बाद उसको हम हमेशा पढ़ते रहें and then we start building that accountability. Then we allow ourselves to we make those choices. We allow ourselves to make those choices. Intentions
Right.
like accountable ho jao and then make those choices and get little proactive.
Right,
Choose
right,
beautifully that you're proactive and then see the things working. Make
Right.
things possible. So I would just leave this chain reaction moving from one step to the other to the third to the fourth and so on and lead to the success which is not accidental at all.
correct.
So let's keep moving. So
Definitely.
that is what I will like to say, that let's just keep moving and let's be the change.
Yes, this is really important because change is the only thing which is sustainable. Change is the only thing which makes you keep going. Change is the only thing which makes you better each day.
Yes, absolutely. And let's be the change.
Right.
Let's
So-
not see that हम अपने environment में क्या change कर सकते हैं, हमने
हाँ.
वो change अपने आप में लानी है, and let's be
Correct.
the change, and obviously everything will change.
Definitely, definitely. So it was a wonderful discussing with you about so many things. I must say it was amazing to talk to you about so many things all together. You have shared about your personal life, professional life, your learnings, life lessons. You have also talked about equal opportunity policies which organizations should implement and take benefit out of it. It was really wonderful talking to you, listening to you, and I think whatever we have discussed today, it is not sufficient, and I'm looking forward to hear more from you again soon. Thank you so much, Preeti ji, for your time and your kind knowledge you have shared with us.
Thank you so much for having me on your platform and giving me this opportunity to talk to you and talk to so many others through this medium. Even if I can make little change in somebody's thought process through this medium, my job is done. And I'll be very very happy.
Definitely, and pleasure is ours too. So also I would be sharing your website and social media links so that people can be in touch with you, take your help, guidance, whatever, wherever they feel like. So guys, don't forget to check that out too. Thank you so much everyone for watching and listening. I hope you all must have gathered a lot of information and enjoyed watching it too. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Have a good time. Thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.